Alrighty then, AJ Simon here, and we are going to show you how to build a whole sales funnel from scratch with Builderall. And so here we're at the Home tab. We're going to want to go over to Apps, and first we're going to do setting up our email autoresponder. So we're going to set this up first. And we're going to create a brand new list. So we're going to go to Lists, and we're going to create a new list. And I think I'm going to call this one Succeed with AJ. My keyboard was like messing up on me. Alright, so we're going to do single opt-in and double opt-out. So list description, I'm just going to say like how to make a full... Oh my gosh, these keys, guys. Alrighty, and now we're just going to click next. And it's going to ask us to basically verify, that we're a single opt-in. So basically it's saying, single opt-in isn't that great, but really if you're doing paid ads, you need to do single opt-in. So I already got it pre-selected here. I need this to be single opt-in because it's where my leads are going from my leads list in the dashboard. And then just click continue. And if you want, you can pause this, and this is exactly what I would type because this is what they're looking for. So now the form has successfully been saved, which is cool. So we're just going to ask for the email field. So I'm just going to come down here and say save changes. Just to double, I like to do it twice. So now we are going to go to campaigns and email sequence. And we're going to create a brand new email sequence. So I'm just going to do that. And my list, I'm going to choose Succeed with AJ. It's got 0 subscribers. Don't worry about segment. We don't have that yet. We're just going to send to future subscribers only. And then just click Save and Edit Sequences, or Sequence Emails. So now the welcome email, this is what they're first going to get. So we're going to delete this. And first email, yeah, that's fine. Welcome message. So the welcome message, I'm going to say something like, I like to do here is that info you just requested, because when they just opt into your page, they're going to be looking for an email kind of like that. And you don't want it to be spammy. If you want, you can actually do RE. This isn't actually that spammy, and I'll show you how to check the spam score. This is okay. So what we're going to do is you're going to want to put in a follow-up message here. That's basically going to be like saying, introducing yourself and then sending them back to the dollar page to join your Builderall team. So what I can do is if I go to campaigns, or if I go to, campaigns, and I open email sequences in a new tab, I can then come down here to my, right here, sequence campaigns for the one that I've already built. And I'm on the first email. I'm going to click on the first email. And I'm just going to copy everything in here, which I'm going to give you an email that you can use. So I'm just going to copy all this. And we're just going to rewrite it, because this one is actually for Chad's funnel, which we don't really want. So what you're going to do is just change this to say your name, whatever your name is, because they're basically saying, oh yeah, if this works so well, blah, blah, blah. So you just change all your names, and then whenever you want to do, like, this is kind of annoying, this gets kind of in the way, so just hit up on your keyboard, and then do like hold shift, hit enter, and then you can actually see what's going on here. And this is a tag, so whenever you want to address them by their name, you can add a tag, and if you scroll down, you can click available tags, And then these are all of the available tags that you can use within Builderall Mailing Boss. And the one I used was, oh, I know why it's not letting me do it, because we chose email only. See, this is something I just learned. If you chose name and email in your form when you built it, then the name would have showed up here. But since it's just an email, we're gonna do email. So I'm gonna change the name for hey email, and then whatever their email address is, it'll put it there. And the reason I chose email is because a lot of people, they'll just put in fake names like Chuck Norris or Britney Spears or Lady Gaga, and yeah, it's just better to do it this way. Or you can even just not use these at all and just say hey. But anyway, so this is how you get in here and edit this. So for now, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna save this. So here's our headline. We added in the information, and then if you want to add links, I'll show you really quick how to do that, because when I give you the swipe, it's not going to be this exact swipe. So you're just going to want to edit it. So here's what I do. Boom. And then you can click link, and then you can add your link right here, which I have one that I could put in here. I can just put in like whatever your link's going to be. So mine, https : so successwithaj.org, and then my bridge page is bridgeaj. So I'll add that. And so now you can see it right here. And you can just click done. And I'll show you how to add images and stuff. But for now, we just want to click done because we want to build the page. So we're going to click done. And now we have this sequence added. And so now we have a list, we have a sequence. So now what we want to do is you want to go and you want to add a domain name for this list. So go to domains, and you're going to add your domain name right here. So I already have it added, successwithaj.org. So click here, and then literally put in yourdomainname.com, click save. It's going to show up right here in this list. And then what you want to do is you'll see an enable SSL next to it. Just click enable SSL, and that'll make it site secure. And then I'll take probably like 20 minutes or so to make it site secure. And then after you do that process, after you add your domain, after you click enable SSL, you're going to want to go over to back to the menu, go to sender emails, and you want to create a brand new sender email for that domain name. So here I got info@successwithaj.org. Create a new one, put in the name, and then put in your email, and put in like something like support or info, and say info@yourdomainname.com, and then click save. And then what's going to happen is it's going to put it here, and then there'll be a button right where it says verified, and it'll say verify email, and you're going to click that, and it's then going to send an email to this email for you to verify. And if you want to make sure that you can actually do that, you want to forward this email to like your personal email. So I forward this one to my aj-simon@live.com. So before we actually add your email to your list, what we're going to want to do is go over back to your dashboard, click apps, and then come over to Cheetah Builder, and we're going to connect a domain name to your page because we have to do that first. So what we're going to do is, you can see I got succeed with AJ, and I got success with AJ. So all you have to do to connect a domain name, so like this is the dollar funnel we created for you, just click here, and then you're going to see a button that says connect domain name. So if I were to disconnect this succeed with AJ, so I'll do that really quick just so I can show you. So here it is. I'm going to click here, going to connect the domain name. I'm going to put in succeed with aj.org, and then click save. Save again. And so now this is connected. So now what we want to do is go back to your Office, come to Apps, go to Professional Emails, and then you're going to see your domain name right here, succeedwithaj.org. Click the drop-down menu. Now it's going to show this, create email, and I'm just going to say info@succeedwithaj.org, and then this will be your password. Click create. So now it's added successfully, so click OK. Now what we want to do is view the email list and select the domain name, succeedwithaj.org. And we're going to click configure because we want to forward this email so when people respond to your follow-up messages, they actually get sent to a place that's easier for you to access. So just click configure. Oh, okay. Succeedwithaj.org. And then we clicked configure. Sometimes errors happen. You just have to like refresh the page or just click it again. So now we got info@succeedwithaj.org. We're going to create a forwarded address. So I'm going to put in aj-simon@live.com. That way when someone responds to my follow-up messages, I can immediately have that response be forwarded to this email. And then I can actually respond to them and give them the info they need. And so alias, don't worry about alias. We don't need to worry about that. We got the forward. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go back to home. So you have the dashboard here whenever you need it. We're going to go back to Mailing Boss, and we're going to click Menu, and then Domains. And just to check that it's active, we have succeedwithaj.org. We enabled SSL, just like I showed. So go back over to Menu, Sender Emails, and we're going to create a new sender email. And then I'm just going to say AJ Simon, and the sender email is going to be info@succeedwithaj.org. So now we have this linked up, and now we're going to have to verify this. So to verify this, we're just going to go back to our email address. We're going to open up the email from Mailing Boss, and we're going to click here to confirm. But since I'm in a different browser, I'm just going to copy this link, go back to my Chrome, open this up, and I'm going to paste it and go. Now it's going to say, hello, congratulations, your sender validation is now complete. So click exit out of that and then refresh this page. Now it's going to say, yes, it's verified. So now we have that forwarded email set up. We have our email. So we're going to copy this. And we're going to go back to our lists. We're going to edit this list. So we're going to go to Update and Advanced. And we're going to change this email to info@succeedwithaj.org. And then we're going to paste in the same one here. So now that's it. Single opt-in. This should be double opt-out, but that doesn't really matter. So let's click Save Changes. So now it's going to go to the right email. So whenever someone responds to one of our emails, it's going to be going straight to our personal email where we can actually respond to them. So that is it for Mailing Boss. Let's just check our email sequence really quick. We have Succeed with AJ. We got one email. Okay. And we've done the domain name, we verified the email, we set up the forwarded email. Now we're going to go back to Cheetah Builder. I'm going to refresh this page. And then I'm going to edit the succeed with aj.org. So now what we're going to do is we're going to create an opt-in form so that you can actually start collecting leads and then send them straight to your $1 trial funnel. So the first thing we're going to want to do is just click create page, and we're just going to name this, and I'm just going to say like opt-in to. Put it in these 3 fields, skip all this stuff. You're not going to be doing any scripts or anything like that with this. We're going to do a blank page and save. Then we're going to click on edit. And this is your panel area. This is where you can start adding all the different features that you want in the page. And we can just click add. We can add a panel or we can add an element. An element is for what we're going to be adding on the panel. So we're going to click panels. And you can do a blank panel. You can do an animated video, a business banner, something that looks like professional like this. Or a block. I'm going to choose a block. And I'm going to choose this one. So all you have to do is click it. And now it's in our panel area. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to change this. So the idea here is we're trying to pique curiosity. So here I would create the best curiosity-based headline I can dream of, where people can discover how to finally get that awesome thing. So I'm going to do how to fire your boss and work from home. And you can be as creative as you want here. I'm just doing this for an example because it's easier to think about. And I'm going to say something like the simple dollar funnel that automates everything. So the idea is that you're going to automate their business. And this is a video. You don't have to have this here. If you want to add your own video, you can add one, and I'll show you how to do that, because here's all the settings for it. But let's just delete it so I can show you how to actually add it. So if I wanted to create a video, all I would do is click add, elements, and then scroll down, and then click video, and then drag YouTube in. And then I can rearrange it. I can make it bigger like that. I can center it. Then I can click center element to make it true center. And then that's it. But if you don't want to do a video, like let's say you just want to have an opt-in form, then you just delete this. And then I would make this heading bigger. So select Control A. I would say like a true heading. Maybe a heading 2. That's a little big. So what just glitched out on me was apparently the text was white. So if you just come in here and you select text black, now you actually have your text. So we're going to say how to fire your boss and work from home. And then we're going to do like a subheading. So I'm just going to check out of this. We're going to duplicate this. So I'm going to center element. I'm going to click clone element. And then I'm going to drag this down. Put it right about here. And then center. Double click. Select all of it. And we want to do something like a paragraph, and then like a size of maybe like a 24. There we go. And I'm going to change this text to red. And see, now you got the subheading. And from here, I'm going to put automate the whole process. Enjoy more time freedom, like that. And now I'm going to do is drag this up to about here, drag up my opt-in form, drag up the arrow, put the arrow like that. And so there it is. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll this up right about there. Actually, a little bit more. That looks pretty good. So now I'm going to edit this form. So now that we've created a list in Mailing Boss, I'm going to click Set List. And I'm going to choose Succeed with AJ. And then I'm going to make sure that's blue. I'm going to click Save. And now I'm going to set my link. So to set your link, what you're going to want to do is make sure you have the correct link. But I think this will actually let us select the page. So if subscribe pending, we'll select action, page. And now we get to choose which page we want it to go to. But since I'm not seeing my bridge page here, we're probably going to choose, I think it's the home page. So we'll check that. Home, select, subscribe, confirm, page, home, select. So now that's set up, click save, and save up here. Click that's fine, and click close, and we're going to check mobile. So click here on this mobile, and it looks, I think it looks okay. I don't really feel like I need to move anything here, so I'm just going to click tablet. This is fine, click desktop, and we saved it. So now let's go back to here and refresh. So now we're just going to click on these three settings, click go to website. It's going to open up our squeeze page. So it's here, this is it, and it's connected to our list. So we're going to make sure that it's connected by testing it out. But I also noticed a little email thing here. I'm probably going to remove that. So let's go back to Cheetah. Let's select this and delete. Click save again. And now we should be able to refresh this and it should be gone. And if it's not gone right away, it's basically just your cookies on your computer. So this will go away. See, now it's gone. And if it doesn't go away, one thing you can do, go back here, go to home, and then on your succeedwithaj.org page, the one that we're doing, click the three dots, click publish, and then OK. And now this will make sure that it's actually going to save. So that's good. So now let's test this out. We want to make sure this is going to go to our dollar funnel. So we're going to copy this. And I'm going to select incognito window. I'm going to paste and go. So here's our opt-in form. If we don't like this white down here, we can change this and pull it down, or you can even add a background image to to make it look cooler or whatever. You can even put a background image out here too. So what I'm going to do is just put in my email. And I'm going to click go to step 2 now. And then it's going to redirect to the dollar funnel. And so now you're collecting emails using a custom squeeze page. You got all the buttons set up. You get to use, and if you want, you can add this to your own social media if you want. I'll show you how to do that. All right, so it looks pretty good. We're gonna close, and we want to change this button. So let's go back to the Cheetah Builder. Click on the button here. Gonna click heading, and then go to step 2 now. We're just gonna say something like get started. And that's it. And then for background color, if you don't like this green, we can make this like a greener, darker. I kind of like that. So then what I'll do is I'll copy this, come down here to hover color, and then you can paste it in. And that way it's the same. But if you want to make it like change colors, like let's say it's red. Let's make this red. So we'll make this like a bright red. And the hover will be green. So check this out. If I click save. Now we're going to refresh. Now it's red. So they put their email in, and then as soon as they hover, it turns green. Which is pretty cool. And you know, there's a lot of cool things you can do with Builderall that I really like. So that's it for the squeeze page. Now we're going to go back to Mailing Boss, and we're going to go to lists, and we're going to check to see if that email went through. And as you can see, we got 1 subscriber. We're going to go here, view that subscriber, and you're going to see me. That's the one I put in. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this because I don't need to be on this list. And our first follow-up campaign, I don't think we actually enabled that, so it might not have sent out yet. And it looks like, let's go here. Yeah, it's not active yet. But if I would have had that active, I would have gotten that first follow-up sequence. So one thing you also want to check, just to make sure that you have no additional emails, is you go to lists or campaigns, all emails, more filters, succeed with AJ, and just do like apply filter. And you see we only have 1 email, so that's good. And the only reason why I would say check this is if, like, let's say you copied one of my email sequences and you started editing and adding different ones. Sometimes you could have extra emails that you didn't even know were in here, and they could be sending without you knowing. So you want to make sure you only have yours in here. So it'd be under campaigns, all emails, and then list filter. Put in your list. So yeah, you can see that it takes me some time to click around too. You know, that's the whole point of learning how to do your own business, is just knowing how to figure things out. But I wanted to make it easier for you. So like whenever you want to edit this, you can see like the whole campaign if you want by going to overview. And you can see the name and then see the reply to email. That's wrong. We don't want that to be there. We want to make sure that's the email that we set up that's going to forward to our email address. And then we're going to go advanced. Nothing there that we want. Just make sure the reply to is that. And the from email is going to be succeedwithaj.org. Click save and next. And send to future 0, so that's going to be sent out immediately. And what you can also do is you can check your spam score. Click here. And it's a 1.2. That's really not bad. So we can either save and activate and have it send out, or just save. So I'm not going to save and activate it yet because I want to edit it and do some more stuff with it. So I'm just going to click save and go back to my email sequences. And then to actually edit these, I like to be in the view that you can see them all. So click sequence campaigns. And this is how you're going to add additional emails. So what we're going to do is we're going to say add email. And the campaign name for this is going to be email number 2. Put your subject line. And then you're going to put in second follow-up message, whatever you want, and then how I showed you how to edit the hyperlink and how to put in tags, so you can tag them by an email if you want. Click done. So now you're going to click edit this sequence again, and it's going to show the list again. And so what you want to do is then click on this guy here. Actually, my bad. Go back. We want to click here where it says 0 days, and we want to make this a day later, and then after subscribe, 1 day later. Save. So now we have our day 0, which is the immediate email, and we have our day 1, which is 1 day after the immediate email. And you can keep doing this. You can keep adding additional emails. Back to edit. Day 3, click here on the there. This is going to be 2 days after they subscribe, because remember they got the 0 email. So this was the first day, and then 1 day later is the second day, 2 days later is the third day. If that's too confusing, because it confuses me too, sometimes I just leave it to basically they get a message the next day. But yeah, it makes sense. I mean, just play around with it, figure it out, add your email swipes, add your links, and remember whenever you add, you have to click in here. You can select your text, and you got all these features that you can use, hyperlink and all that stuff. And then whenever you're done, oh, and one more thing, if you're editing in here, and let's say you're like typing up a storm, and you got a bunch of stuff in here, make sure you click done after like 2 or 3 minutes, so that you never lose anything. So what I'll do is I'll say done, and then immediately click edit again. So this is a habit I get into so I don't lose what I've worked on for a long time. Because if I'm writing an email for an hour, and then all of a sudden I don't save my stuff, and then I have to rewrite it, that's really frustrating. But now that I know I can just go done and then edit again, and get right back into it, it's much faster to do that every few minutes, and then make sure that you don't lose it. So that is it. That is pretty much how to create a sales funnel from scratch. That's how to edit your emails. It's how to add your sequences. It's how to create your list. It's how to add your domain name. It's how to verify that domain name, add secure site SSL. It's how to do the forwarded email and everything that you need. So remember that in Cheetah Builder, everything is going to be in the dashboard for Cheetah. So like if I'm here, and I click apps and then click Cheetah, all of your primary sites that you create are here. So I have a bunch, but you might only have one. And so whenever you want to edit the pages to them, you just click edit. And then here are your pages. Here's opt-in 1, opt-in 2. I don't even know what opt-in 1 is. What did I do here? Yeah, I have a clickable link for my pop-up, which I can show you how to do a pop-up really quick too, and I have time, so let's do that. So what we want to do is, once you're in the funnel that you want, so let's say you're in the home section, and then you click edit on your funnel. You're going to want to go over to global elements, click pop-ups, and you can create a pop-up. So we'll create another one, and we'll call it like pop-up 2. Click save. And now we're going to edit the pop-up. And this is going to be your panel area, just like before. So we're going to add a panel. I'm going to say, there's like call to action ones in here, which are kind of cool. but I think what I'm going to do is just a block. There's a bunch of different stuff in here. Let's see what this one is. No, I don't really like that one. Let's do... I like this, opt-in auto detailing. So we'll just click this, and then we'll delete this other one. And so now this, you can like change the background and stuff to whatever you want, but I'm going to delete the background. So I'm going to go into background, solid color. I'm going to delete this image and just make sure that it's white like what my other page is. We don't need the logo. Just going to drag this up. And now we can edit this. So I'm going to say something like, wait, steal my entire sales funnel and email follow up series. Like that. So I'm going to change this to red. I'm going to drag this like right about here. I'm going to drag this button up. I'm going to move this right about and then center. And then here I'm going to drag this up just a little bit. Maybe like right there. And so now this is the button. This is going to be like basically this button will go to like a website, which we don't really want that. So what we're going to do is delete this. And then we're going to go back to elements, add element, and we're going to add an email marketing form. We're going to drag this guy in. And we're going to connect it with Succeed with AJ. Make sure it's blue. Click Save. And then we're going to center this. We're going to drag this over, make it kind of bigger. Like that. Click on General Settings. Get rid of that extra label. We don't like that. We're going to set the list. Boom, it's still like that. That's good. Cancel. Going to set the link. And we want to make sure this is the correct one. So we're going to do page and then home. So yep, that's right. And now what we're going to do is, I don't like how this is like this. So we're going to do maximum size. Oh, that's not right. It's size, height. I'm going to drag this up right about there. Then I'm going to drag this up. I think that's okay. So we're going to click Save. That's fine. And we're also going to check mobile. Wait, steal my entire sales funnel and email follow-up series. And for this, it seems... I think that's good. Because on mobile, you don't want it to be too big. You want it to be somewhat like that. So let's go here, click Save. Check tablet. Yeah. So it's just a cool way for you to add a pop-up. So now that we have a pop-up, save it one more time. We're now going to close this. We're going to open up our site. So edit. So now what we're going to do is just click here on settings and scroll down here, pop-up settings. click pop-up 2. That's the one we created, pop-up 2. So this basically means, like, it's just, this is desktop, this is mobile, and then this is going to be when they try to leave, type pop. So they're both going to be on exit, and then just click save. And now what we can do is we can preview, and I'll refresh, and if I try to leave, and remember, if this happens, just go back to your funnels, go down to succeedwithaj.org, and then publish. Because sometimes it won't publish right away. And then if it's still not working, then it's going to be your cookies. So copy. Oh, here we go. It works. So refresh. Wait, steal my entire sales funnel and email follow-up series. And then they can opt in here. So it's just a cool way for you to like make sure that you're optimizing your pages. You can even add this on your other page if you want. So let's do that. We're going to go to succeedwithaj.org. We're going to open this up. And here is our home page. We're going to go settings. And then pop up 2. And they're both could be exits, and then save. That way when someone's visiting your sales page and they're going to learn how they can get started for $1 and all that, and then if they try to leave, it'll pop up. And it'll happen. Just, you have to wait for the cookies and all that to clear. And me, I'm just like editing funnels and I want it to work right away, which generally not, doesn't work right away. It's going to take a while. Usually about 5 minutes, and then it'll start to work. So that's it. That's how you do that. That's how you add your pop-up. Eventually that'll work. So what you also want to do is when you connect your domain name, now that we had our domain connected, we want to edit our name servers. So whatever you're using, like GoDaddy, Namecheap, you want to make sure that you actually have your name servers. So like this one right here, succeedwithaj.org. Going to go manage DNS. And these are the name servers you want. So I'll copy these. And we're going to add this to name server. So it's under domain change. And so you can make this be like the GoDaddy, like what they had it at first. But when you click change, you're going to click I'll use my own. And then you add this one, ns3.l4dns.com and ns4. So just write those down. Those are going to be the ones you want to use. I don't think they have to be capitalized, but I would make sure that it's exactly the way I'm showing on the screen. And then you just click save. And then after a while, your site will be live, and then you can just type in your domain name. Succeedwithaj.org. And that's going to be the landing page. Pop-up works now, so that's cool. And like we showed before, the opt-in pages are completely different. So we got that one, pop-up works, got opt-in number 1, and the pop-up works. So yeah, that's it. That's all you got to do. I hope you found some value in this video. You're going to be able to actually do all this stuff yourself now, and have a complete funnel to promote your $1 funnel.